Have you ever found yourself staring at your phone for hours? Same, until I found these four neuroscience-backed tips, tactics, productivity hacks that actually works for me. Because when I was studying English, I had a lot of problems related to the keeping focus, being productive, and accomplishing as much of things as possible. But now I'm gonna really share with you guys these four habits we can say that or tips that actually worked for me, as I truly believe that it's gonna really work for you too. So try to watch this video if you really want to have a strong focus, if you really want to accomplish as much as goals. At the end of the day, if you want to be a productive guy, you can say that, right? These are the small tweaks, but they really help me to double down my focus, especially when I'm working in a deep session, when a deep task, when I'm working in a creative task, we can say that. So let's get into it. So the first technique that I want to talk about is Pomodoro technique. First one is obvious, as most I can say it as the most used technique among the people as they really use in their daily lifestyle. It's why 25-minute work session and 5 minutes break. But mine is a little bit different because I upgraded, I've made it much more stronger, I made it much more effective. So this thing that really helped me to stick to it to be productive is a big visual timer. Whether it can be your laptop, whether it can be your phone, or any kind of timer, we have to put it in front of yourself when you're working in a deep session, when you're working in a deep works, when you're working in a creative task, when you are doing something, even it can be a language. You have to put it because brain reacts much more stronger when you really see the time is passing. It can really have a sense of urgency when you're working on something, which is dopamine friendly and really keeps your prefrontal cortex alert. For those of you who don't know the prefrontal cortex, it is the part of your brain located within your forehead. You might have a question in your mind, what about during breaks? No phone scrolling, please, no phone scrolling. So I literally look at the mirror and try to think about my next move, what I'm gonna do afterwards, after this accomplishing this session. So you have to reset your brain. Maybe listen to music, maybe doing something, but not scrolling. So the second tip that I want to talk about is walking before work sessions. Before getting to the work, like focused work, I walk for about 10 minutes maximum, which really helped me to clear out my mental fog and helps me right now when I do it. To clear out my mental fog and increase the creativity and memory tension, which is like Andrew Huberman and other neuroscientists talked about this a lot. For those of you who don't know who is the Andrew Huberman, he is a neuroscientist and ophthalmologist at Stanford School of Medicine, which his podcast helped me a lot to increase my listening skills for the sake of saying. And I have a bonus for you guys for this category. Try to plan your day while you're working. Try to think about your next move, which you can really do afterwards, instead of listening to music, instead of talking with someone. And you're going to be so ready to turn on the execution mode when you sit down to your desktop. So the third tip is no music vs deep instrumentals. This one is too personal, but baked with the neuroscience tips. I used to always listen to a kind of phones or fonts or something as in the background, but it turns out to be your brain does it better when there's the silence when you play a kind of types of music, specific types of music as a background for analytical and writing tasks. I 100% recommend for you guys to be in a silent mode, to turn on the silent mode, or to use the binaural beats as in a background, which really works for me best. So, but when I'm editing or brainstorming ideas, I try a lot of put the background to types of music, instrumental and deep music, which really keeps me focused and really gives me kind of energy that I cannot really describe it right now. But I don't want to recommend any lyrics. Lyrics is distraction. You gotta experience it right now, today, right after watching this video. But the rule is no newness. So the first habit or tip we can say that is a caffeine timing plus Huberman's rule. I used to drink my caffeine or coffee right after waking up. But here's what science talks about this. You wake up with a high adenosine and cortisol, And if you drink coffee right after waking up, you crash earlier and you need more later. Instead, wait about like 90 minutes to 120 minutes or so, which really equals to the 2 hours and 1 hour. And then you can really drink the caffeine or coffee and do whatever you want afterwards. This way, caffeine blocks adenosine more effectively, and you're not gonna really feel that midday crash. Game changer. And a bonus advice for you guys, do not really drink the caffeine after 4 p.m. Because I had a like fun experiment, I like tried to do the experiment right afterwards. Once I really heard about this fact, I drank the coffee at 6 or 7 p.m. and I fell asleep right afterwards. And when I wake up in the next morning, I felt without any kind of energy. Truly believe that I hadn't got any kind of energy. I was in my bed, dude. So that's why I don't really recommend to drink coffee after 4 p.m. as the scientists proved that too. So if you really want to do the experiment, do it, but you may be regret afterwards. Try one of these for 3 days. Seriously, test your focus levels before and after, and let me know what works best for you in the comment section or DM me. I'm gonna really reply to every comment, every DM that I see. And if you really want to know more, no BS, your science-backed productivity tips and social media marketing tips and all the self-growth developments and all the personal development hacks, hit the like button and subscribe for this channel. And I want to ask from you guys, which topic are you guys want for me to do a long form video, more than one, like 10-minute video or something? Write in a comment section. I would do this once I really saw your comment. And once again, I'm watching you from afar and I'm rooting for you.